Hello guys, let's talk about coming up with AI research ideas. Join my school to become AI researcher, free trial link below the video. So I'm now in Beijing, I'm talking to AI researchers, and the way I understand they are coming up with ideas is usually they just read a bunch of papers and then ideas just appear. Papers usually have future work section. However, that section is often just some small improvement on top of the paper maybe, but sometimes it is some big idea as well on combining multiple fields, multiple different papers, etc. So that's one way to do it. If you find two papers that disagree, that have different results, your paper might be to resolve this conflict. Methodology pivot, it can happen also, so diffusion models, maybe flow matching models, other stuff as well. So I think I'm just gonna start by reading and understanding a lot of papers. I'm gonna make videos. Here my goal is to either do some PhD at Tsinghua, MIT, or some internship at these top universities. Beijing Academy of AI actually allows for a lot of freedom. I might have even most freedom there. So we'll see. And by the way, PhD and the internship kind of give the same experience, so you can do internship at the top university as well. Maybe internship is shorter term. The experience depends on your supervisor and the research group and how you conduct research, more than PhD versus internship itself. For me, I would prefer to have freedom. I don't want to be locked into a project. However, if you do internship, you are expected to publish something, at least like a paper, but inspiration and experience often comes from talking to other researchers more than from the mentor. I've visited Gowling School of AI in Renmin University, and I feel like these people are just each of them are just sitting at their tables trying to read papers, trying to think the same way I'm telling you to do. Just sit down, learn, study, try to think, try to read papers. There is no magic sauce, like there is no mentor hovering over them, judging their every move, etc., or guiding their every move. They're just sitting down at the top school and learning the same way I tell you to do. For now, I just plan to read a bunch of research papers. These professors probably will see me on social media from these universities here in Beijing or academies, Beijing Academy, etc. So we'll see. I'm already doing research and stuff on my social media, YouTube and stuff, Bilibili and a bunch of other social media. I post everywhere. So something will come up and I'll get the internship somehow. And I'll clearly state that I want freedom to do research I want. I want to be able to talk to other researchers there, and I want to publish every day everything I do. I don't care if somebody steals my ideas. I don't think that will. I think publishing will have a lot better effect than hiding, fearing somebody will steal my ideas. So as I keep posting on all of these bunch of different social media like LinkedIn, X, YouTube, and then Bilibili, Xiaohongshu, Douyin, TikTok, all of these Chinese and Western media, I'm sure that professors who live here near me in Beijing are going to see my issue now is just I need to improve my skills in doing research. I need to read a bunch of papers, come up with great ideas, and once they see that I can produce something, then they'll either contact me, I'll contact them, we'll see each other and something like that. And it's not because I have like a big following on YouTube, it's just if you post social media, even starting from zero, it's very easy for others to notice. The algorithms will push your content, your research to professors, to students, to people who do the same thing. It's very easy. You can start from scratch. It's very easy. Especially if I mark my location on Xiaohongshu and these stuff like Beijing, it's gonna be pushed to them by algorithm. And Xiaohongshu is actually Red Note in English. It's very famous, very popular here. This is how Biden's seed technical leader found my friend and gave him internship after the interview. My friend just published these papers, this research there. And he just published like 1, 2, 3 posts and that's it. But I'm just gonna keep publishing every day on my social media. My goal is just now to improve and learn to do research. My goal is not even to get the internship. Internship itself is not. The main goal is to improve my research skills and publish research and then help accelerate science. That's the main goal, even if I don't get internship, which I will because it's not actually that difficult. just need to publish every day, do this research every day. PhD, I might, but it locks me in, and you know, the 996 work culture, I don't think I'm gonna be working 996, but it means like 9 to 9 every day, 6 days a week. We'll see about PhD. I prefer being independent and publishing on my YouTube and talking to researchers, so just being in the room, and that's what I would like to do. PhD also includes like lecturing or assisting on some other research. I want independence and just being in the same room, and then nobody telling me what to do and then making YouTube videos and stuff every day. So I think for now I'm just gonna continue reading papers, a bunch of papers, blog posts, everything that's interesting, making videos and stuff. And after I read like 100 papers, probably I will get some inspiration to write my own paper. I think it will not be too difficult at all. So we'll see. So that's it for this video, and see you in the next one. You can follow my research. I encourage you to also publish posts every day, every couple of days, once a week at least. And check out my other videos. Don't be afraid of somebody stealing your ideas if you're a PhD student, because I know you have to publish or you cannot get PhD, but I think publishing, just making blog posts, it's gonna be a lot more beneficial than hiding your research and doing it in secret, and then being afraid that somebody will steal your ideas. Because I started just like doing some research, reading papers, and now I went from like nothing to here in Beijing talking to best researchers from ByteDance, Seed, Renmin, Peking, Tsinghua, and it works pretty well just by publishing. So if I wasn't publishing, if I was trying to hide my research, being afraid somebody will steal something, it would be not good at all.